But that's the best way to remember it. Is that cool? Yeah, because otherwise it just becomes, oh my goodness, they've got this yogurt. You know what a full fat yogurt tastes like at a buffet. Then just have a fat tablespoon. Don't go for any more. So my golden rule for yogurt is if it's really creamy, just a fat tablespoon. It should be nice and creamy. So in terms of sugar, we'll also look at that because there's a lot of information in the media about alcohol. And it goes back to portion. So one of the dietary recommendations with the Australian dietary recommendations is limit added sugars to your diet, limit added salts. But like what you're saying, most of the sugars are coming hidden in our products, so we can have a look at that and look at different types of sugars: fructose, lactose, glucose. What do you do there? So we'll have a look at that. Are there any other questions?
I wonder why bread.
Yes.
There's so many different, the high fibre, the whole meal, the meal. One is the bread. Where's the bread?
Well, I'm a bit of a realist. I don't have children yet. I have two nephew boys, and do a lot of babysitting, and you've got to be realistic. So if you can introduce grain, and the more whole grain the better, then great. But with children, quite often with their taste buds, when they're younger, sometimes they can't eat a lot of vegetables because it's too bitter for their taste buds, or some of them find that the chewing unpalatable. It's like older people that I see, they might get caught in dentures. So there are some genuine reasons why people say no. So then you've just got to think, well, how else can I get fibre into my children? And the Wonder Whites and the hidden fibres are fine. Because, let's face it, if they just go to normal white breads, a lot of those have preservatives and things like that. So that would be okay. Another option could be going for some wrap breads, which are wholemeal or whole grain, and they don't even notice it because they're quite soft. And I've got a few to show you today, because let's face it, you can't all be organic and perfect, and there's no evidence to suggest that you can't not eat foods with a little sugar or salt in them. It's just the type and how much. The Wonder Whites was fine.
Was that the Baker's Delight, high fibre, low GI,
Yeah.
white loaf?
Look, they're good too because people sort of think, with low GI, people sort of aware of what's low GI. It breaks down in your system slower. So the way I sort of think about low GI, I've got diesel in my car, some diesel petrol, it lasts for longer. So low GI foods break down in your system. Whereas a lot of people say, well, that's a white bread. Wouldn't white bread break down quickly because it's not a high fibre source? The reason why it's low GI is they put maize flour in the bread, which is a type of corn flour, and that actually digests slowly. So those low GI breads are fine because they're high in fibre, and kids eat them too. So it's just a convenient way of getting kids to have more fibre, so it would be fine. And a lot of those breads from Baker's Delight, I went up there this morning to get a hot cross bun. They actually have a list of what's low GI, what's not high in preservatives, so then you know as a consumer. And you can ask them, do you have nutrition information about this product? Actually ask them and they print it out for you. So if you're not sure with children if they've got certain requirements, you can ask them, which is good. We're getting better. Yeah.
What if you buy like the Helders or Abbott's bread, they're the multi-grain, we've got the linseeds and everything else, and all of those in them.
They're not too bad. Yeah, I think when you go to look at breads, sometimes it will be more white-based, white flour with added grains. What you want is the whole grain, wholemeal flour with grains. So you've just got to be careful with some of those breads. Some are quite fluffy, and some of them have a lot of carbohydrate in 2 slices. So one of the good ones I do have today is the bourbon type bread, which is quite realistic because it's always on special, it's actually affordable, and it's always in the supermarket. But then you can get some lovely sourdough, and there's so many different brands. But the bigger the slice of bread, what's that telling you? Portion. Because you think back to a child, it was always this sliced sandwich bread, so you've just got to be a little bit aware. And we'll look at one with the food labels. When you look through the food labels, it's got more wholemeal flour rather than white flour and grains. That would give you a much too. Yeah.
How does sourdough go for GI?
Yeah, good question, Liz. Sourdough is actually low GI, and the reason why is because of the fermentation method, because of the type of acid they use, and that lowers it. So, which is great. So it's proper sourdough. You know, being very bakery. If you could put a hole through the brick, if you could put a hole in the brick wall with bread, it means it's good. But with sourdough, it is very good. And in relation to acid, any type of acid, whether it's vinegar, lemon juice or lime juice, you can lower your blood sugars after a meal by almost 30%. So that means if you've got diabetes or you're looking at preventing diabetes, using any of those acids in your cooking, so it might be vinegar in a salad or lemon juice on your fish, it actually lowers the blood glucose response after a meal, and that's the sort of the way sourdough works, which is kind of nice because sourdoughs, you know, it could be a rye sourdough or plain whole one. That means that you can actually eat something that's not so wheaty and grainy.